Welcome to Returning Student Strategies for Assigning to a Single Room. Before we get started, here's an important disclaimer. This video is for returning students to use during their self-assign period. These are students who currently live on campus and are applying to live on campus for the next academic year. What is self-assign? The self-assign period is the time students with a complete application are able to log into Artemis and choose their room. For returning students, there is a priority self-assign period where students are able to retain their room if they live in an apartment, assign in a group, or assign as an individual. Complete your application early by applying on Artemis and paying the $200 prepayment unless otherwise waived. Completing your application early and receiving priority status increases your chances of seeing your preferred room type when it's time to assign. Rooms available in self-assign are limited depending on when you are assigning. When making your plan for self-assignment, make sure you have a plan B in case your first option is not available. Strategy 1. Retain your room. Students with priority status who currently live in apartments and want to retain their room for next year will have the option to do so before any other students are able to assign. Students who retain their room will have the option to pull in roommates who have a complete application during the roommate pull-in process. Strategy 2. Roommate pull-in. Find a friend that lives in an apartment who is retaining their room. They can assign you to their apartment as part of the roommate pull-in process as long as you have a complete housing application by the pull-in deadline. Strategy 3. Priority groups. If you decide to assign in a group, only one person needs to log into Artemis and assign bed spaces during the group assignment process. Coordinate with your roommates and see who has the earliest start time. This person should be your group leader. All members of the group must give their group leader their Spartan ID number and group PIN so they can assign you during this process. To save time, use the same group PIN so the group leader will be able to look up roommates faster. There are different types of single rooms on campus, and your strategy may vary based on the housing style you are looking for. Use the housing website to research the room options you might see available when it's your time to assign. You can watch Residence Hall tours on our YouTube channel to get a feel for your options. Keep in mind, room type availability may be limited due to students that have chosen to retain their room or have been pulled in during the roommate pull-in process. Have a backup plan in case you do not see your preferred room type available when assigning. Groups should discuss their preferences before the self-assign period in case their first option is not available. Being in a group of 3 or 4 may increase your odds of seeing the specific room type you're looking for. Groups of 3 and 4 assign before groups of 1 and 2. We suggest forming groups of 3 and 4 so that you can assign during the earlier windows. Students can visit the roommate finder to look for roommates. If you already have a group of 2, you may want to consider joining up with another group of 2 to make a group of 4. If you are an individual, we strongly encourage you to consider being a part of a group, as individual self-assign is the last in the process and will have very limited options. Here are some examples to help you pick your best strategy when it's time to assign. Someone looking to assign in a single and Tower Village may want to be in a group of 4, as Tower Village offers several 4-bedroom units. Since groups of 4 assign after room retention and roommate pull-in, they would see the most availability of the 4-bedroom spaces. This strategy would be the same for 4-bedroom apartments in Spring Garden and Spartan Village. Our next example is someone looking for a single in the quad. The best strategy may be to look for a single double suite in a group of 3. This would be a suite with a single room connected to a double room by a bathroom. Groups of 3 assign earlier than groups of 2 or 1, so you may have a better chance finding 2 other students who don't mind sharing a double room and assign yourself to the single space. These highly desired rooms are limited and availability may not align with your timing. This is simply our best recommendation for maximizing your chances. Our last example is someone searching for a 2-bedroom unit in Spartan Village. The best strategy may be to assign in a group of 2. If this room type is your preference, please note that these units are extremely limited and most of them are retained during the room retention process. Have a backup plan in case you do not see your preferred room type available when assigning. The best strategy for a 2-bedroom may be to find someone who is retaining their space and has the option to pull someone in. Remember, it's important to have a plan when assigning, but also to stay flexible if things change or if your preferred room type is unavailable. To recap, after the room retention and roommate pull-in process, returners will self-assign in the following order: priority groups of 3 and 4, priority groups of 2, priority individual self-assign, and finally, non-priority individual self-assign. Thanks for watching and good luck with your assignments. For more information, visit our website at hrl.uncg.edu.